Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mighty Modern. I'm Corbin Hostler, and this is five color. Oh, just kidding. We don't actually have five colors. It is humans, though. This is the Jerry Thompson special that he did well with in the last Modern Grand Prix in Phoenix. We're playing all the best human cards, Collected Company, and Bloodbraid Elf. No Ether Vials, slightly different mana base, but you know what? It has all the power of the human deck. I played this in the Team Modern Super League last week and wanted to highlight it because of just how powerful it is. So, getting into the game here, our opponent with the turn 1 Serum Visions off Watery Grave. I assume Grixis Test Shadow or something. But our hand is really interesting. So one of the quirks of this deck is that Bloodbraid Elf, enormously powerful, but a little difficult to cast. It takes red mana, and it's not a human, which means Unclaimed Territory will not make red mana for it. So given that, what I'm going to do with this hand is I'm actually just going to play this Horizon Canopy and take 1 point of damage to lead on the Avacyn's Pilgrim here. This way, and now this might not change anything, but it gives us an extra draw, so that if we draw a land next turn, we might still retain the ability to name Elf with this Unclaimed Territory, since we can play both of our other cards we want to play off of this white mana with our Mana Dork here. So we want to lead on this Pilgrim either way to set up the double Champion of the Parish turn. Or a 3-drop, depending on what we need here. And it's possible we just play the 3-drop. Well, we can't actually with this current setup here. Another Pilgrim, though. Okay, so it looks like we don't actually... Well, we still could name Elf with this and just go double Champion this turn. I think that's correct. Alternatively, we can go Champion Avacyn's Pilgrim and have Bloodbraid Elf next turn. I actually think I like that better. Now, I know we're going... There's actually a lot of different ways to sequence this hand. It's kind of interesting. This line, our opponent's on Esper of some sort, by the way. I don't know if this line is correct, that's for sure. It's going to possibly strand one champion in our hand, but the ability to just go Bloodbraid Elf next turn is just very, very strong. We're only going to spend 2 mana on that turn regardless, so I think that setting up the Bloodbraid Elf is best. Obviously, I would prefer to have just drawn a land. Okay, Shriekmaw. Rip 1 champion of the Parish here. But unless it's followed by a Fatal Push, this will mean that we get to run out the Bloodbraid Elf. And that is going to be quite powerful here, yep. Alright, well obviously we draw this so we get the human out of it anyway. So it works out as well as we could possibly hope, to be honest here. This is interesting. I'm not sure if I sequenced this correctly. I've played this deck a decent amount now, but not necessarily a ton. And I do know you have to be very careful with the way you make your colors. But here, this works out pretty well. We get to go Champion of the Parish. Oh, yes, please. Into Thalia's Lieutenant. Have the Bloodbraid Elf on top of that. Yes, this is why you play Bloodbraid Elf right here. You want to 1-for-1 us with removal? Well, we're going to go over the top with Bloodbraid Elf and get on in there. All right, look at that. That's a lot of power in play right now. Now it could be undone with a board wipe of some sort. And, we would actually get quite punished if that's the case. We wouldn't be able to cast a Mantis Rider in our hand. But we'd be able to at least run out a Reflector Mage. On the other hand, if our opponent doesn't have basically Damnation here, we get to, more or less, I would say, just go off. And it looks like they do not. So, yes, this is going to be pretty good for us. Thalia, huh? I think that I'm kind of obliged here. I could play the Mantis Rider, but given that I have to tap an Avacyn's Pilgrim to do that regardless, I think I should instead just go for this Thalia Guardian of Thraben. That will protect against the Damnation next turn. It also means we get in for, well, let's see, they're going to counterspell this. Remand, well, fair enough. Okay, that's actually going to change my line here a little bit because... Oh, I still should have done this. I misclicked through that a little too fast. Oh, we're going to get pathed here. Well, that's convenient. We just miss out on 1 point this way. All right, so the way this works out, basically, I'm looking at the board here and determining that realistically, the only way we're probably going to lose this game is for our opponent to have a board wipe, a Damnation of some sort. So I really, instead of getting in the extra damage to the Avacyn's Pilgrim there, I really wanted to resolve the Thalia. So that's what we're going to do. I did miss out on 1 point damage by not playing it pre-combat, but as you can see, the strategy paid off, as did the tech of our opponent not drawing lands. All right, no idea what they're on here, but I assume the Unified Wills are going to be good, as well as the Selfless Spirits here. Reflector Mage is not so great, I imagine. I'd also would like to cut a Mana Dork here and probably run in a Rest in Peace. Now, this is obviously... Oops, it's 61. Uh-oh. All right, I guess we're going to play 61. So this is a bit of a speculative sideboard, obviously, because we don't know what our opponent's playing at all. But I think that it is kind of safe to hedge this way. Not having Reflector Mages could be bad, but almost certainly they're going to be using their graveyard. So this will come in handy, and as will the Selfless Spirits protect the team. This hand is pretty solid, I think. We have the Bloodbraid, we have the Unclaimed Territory to cast it. We have the Avacyn's Pilgrim to lead off. Basically, we just want to find one more land here. And there you go. I'm obviously very good at Magic here. Alright, so we'll run out the Avacyn's Pilgrim. So it sets us up okay next turn. We can either probably play Thalia's Lieutenant, take the damage, and get in there for 2, because there's no reason, I think, to preserve our life total in this matchup. So I think rather than, say playing the Stomping Ground tapped and tapping the Avacyn's Pilgrim, I think we're better off here just actually crashing in for 2 with this Avacyn's Pilgrim. Hey, this sets us up for a Bloodbraid Elf next turn if we want it. We have a lot of options, actually. We can go Selfless Spirit plus Rest in Peace, or we can go Bloodbraid Elf. Depends what our opponent does here. Is this a... Oh. Okay. I guess they're playing God Pharaoh's Gift. Interesting. Can't say I expected that one. This seems pretty fine for us. Glad we boarded in that Rest in Peace. Get to the Afterlife and God Pharaoh's Gift. Pretty good in Standard. Possibly the best Standard deck in the blue-red version right now. But this is Modern, and this is where we have Rest in Peace. So I'm actually not even going to play the Rest in Peace here. Simply because our opponent's nowhere near actually doing anything with this, so we may as well hold it. I think what I like doing instead here is Avacyn's Pilgrim plus Selfless Spirit. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to need it. I don't necessarily need to name Elf with this. I do need White Man for a Spirit, so I guess I can just play this and go Human. Play out our Avacyn's Pilgrim here to grow the Thalia's Lieutenant. And follow up with the Selfless Spirit to protect the team. And crash on in for 4. Yeah, I think keeping our clock is the best thing we can do here. And with the Selfless Spirit, our opponent's not going to be able to wipe away our team without a little extra work. So this gives us a bunch of options next turn. We have the mana to cast Bloodbraid Elf. We can also play the Rest in Peace if that's what we need to do. So unless I'm missing something, not a lot of great options for our opponent here, and invoking a Mulldrifter is certainly not going to do it. Nice synergy with Get to the Afterlife, though. I'll give you that. You get gain a life and loot and draw 2 cards, so that's pretty good. Mulldrifter, by the way, everyone loved this card in Standard. I don't even know what it is. Ooh, okay. Anyways, nice little card. Cool. It's elemental, just like a flying fish or something, but this card is just all over the place in so many formats. It's really cool. It's just never really caught on in Modern, so I'm happy to see it played. It is, however, tearing up Pauper, so it's nice to see Mulldrifter back in the spotlight a little bit. Meddling Mage, huh? Okay. So we have access to 6 mana this turn, which actually means we can Bloodbraid Elf plus Meddling Mage or plus Rest in Peace. And I think that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and start with the Bloodbraid Elf and see where we get. Sure, why not? In this case, I'm happy to give up a little extra damage by not attacking with the Avacyn's Pilgrims. Unless, of course, it's lethal. We'll do a little math here, but looks like we have 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, 11, 12, almost. But yeah, I'm happy to give up a little bit of damage because we're going to have lethal next turn anyways. And with this Selfless Spirit in play, our opponent's not going to be able to wipe the board. They have to have Path into Wrath here. And even if they do, they're still going to have to deal with this Rest in Peace. So that said, if they do have that, our hand gets a lot worse. If they have Path inset for Selfless Spirit into Wrath. But I think they probably wouldn't have taken the damage if they did. So looks like everything went according to plan here. Our opponent's going to be unable to get rid of our board. Okay, another Evoked Mole Drifter. Fair enough. That's a lot of cards, I'll give you that. Best divination ever, Mole Drifter. Not very good against all of our humans, though, nor is it very good against this Rest in Peace. I think that'll probably do it here. There you go. Humans Company taking it down. Bloodbraid Elf and doing work as expected. Humans Company in Modern. This is Mining Modern. I'm Corbin Hostler, everyone. Thank you for watching.